What's happening, YouTube? This is Drizzle. I have just received my new Samsung Quantum Dot 144 Hertz monitor from Amazon, and I gotta say the packaging is a little concerning. I think you can see like it wasn't really taped particularly well or anything. So I want to get this box opened up here and see kind of what's going on. Open this thing up and see if in their infinite wisdom they've decided to damage me or not. Hopefully this thing didn't have any problems, because I'd hate to have to send it right back. Box is taped pretty good on that side, I guess. Anyways, Quantum Dot display, look out. First of its kind from Samsung. It's only a 24-incher, but one of the offerings that they have was 24-inch or 27-inch, and I personally don't care for 1080p at 27 inches. I feel like that's a little bit piss poor on the pixel density. So, but here we are. This is the model information. This is I don't think that was the model number. Okay, it's the CFG70. That's the model information. 144 hertz. Has multiple game modes. Not sure what 1800R means, but it is a quantum dot display. So what I'm going to do is pause this real quick and get it out. Start getting it out of the box, and I'll resume. 1 second. So I've got the box opened up here a little bit. Looks like it comes with some documentation. We've got, I don't know why you need a driver CD, but I think it's more of a manual. Looks like a display port cable, probably power cable maybe, or a display port and HDMI probably is what those are. So we got our cables. Not sure what we got here. That's part of the stand maybe. This thing has a pretty unusual stand design. It's kind of like a multi-arm or multi-angle or whatever. Like I say, like swivel stand for it, which is kind of interesting. I probably won't use that. I'm hoping it's VESA mounting, mountable, because I would like to put it on the arm that I've already got over here. You can see I already took my LG monitor that I have there off, so I can set this up, and so hopefully it'll fit. Because if not, then I'm gonna have to make some room on my desk. This looks to be some kind of mounting hardware, and looks like kind of an explanation of color calibration report. Interesting. This thing does 125% of sRGB, so for color fanatics like myself, this is pretty awesome. I guess that's our power supply. I don't care for proprietary bricks like that, but it is what it is, I guess. And we'll see about getting this out of the way. Try not to damage the packaging in case this thing doesn't work and I have to send it back. I would hate to have to do that, but things happen. So it could just have if it has some bad pixels or any number of issues, I'm obviously not going to want to keep it. So let's see here. Box all the way. You can kind of see what it's sort of designed to look like when it's all set up. Like I said, this arm stand for it is pretty unusual, but I like it. Just kind of fling this out of the way for now. I want to see if this back arm can come off, so like I say, I can then connect it to that mounting hardware that I already own. I gotta set the phone down for just a second. Okay, so I was able to get that off after all. There's a walkthrough in the manual on how to do it. It's a little bit convoluted just to look at it, but like I said, the manual makes it fairly straightforward. But basically there was like there's this little plate like right here that you pry up with a, I use like a little watch screwdriver, or I should say glasses screwdriver, little flathead, and you pry that up, and then you remove the ring that was around the rest of it. And once you do that, then there's 4 screws you take off, and then the arm itself comes out. So not that difficult to do. I think this is basically, yeah, I gotta put on that square piece of mounting bracket that I found a minute ago, because to fit on the full-size vase mount, these smaller screw holes I don't think are wide enough. I need a full-size vase mount. So I'm gonna pause again a second and try to install that. 1 second. Alright, so I was able to install our new mounting hardware, which as you can see was pretty simple. There's just 4 screw holes, and now it's mounted using the same screws that were originally holding the other arm in place, so no big deal. And now we've got a little bit of a wider base, you can see. So this should now fit with a standard size vase mount, which is good because that's what we wanted to do. And so that'll be our next thing here, is I'm going to go ahead and set it back up on my desk and plug it in and hook her up, and we'll start her up and see how she do. I'll be right back. Alright, we've got her in place. You can come around here and see the mounting hardware. It still wasn't like the maximum size of a vase mount, but this bracket I've got luckily supports a couple different sizes, so that's cool. And then we've got our DisplayPort connection, if I can get up so you can see it, right, and our power connection. Sorry, I'm working at a really lousy angle here. Let's see, should be able to see everything back there now, I would think. I think this is the power button here, so I'm going to fire up the PC and see what she does here. Let me turn that on real quick. And looks like it lit up. Hopefully it's smart enough to figure out which kind of technology we should be using. Oh, she booted right up. Oh, I hope there's no dead pixels. Well, I'm not seeing any yet. 1080p is definitely a loss of resolution over my usual 4K. But it does look pretty nice so far. I'm not sure what kind of calibration I'm going to have to do to really get the best possible image out of it. Let's see, I've got my 1080s and SLI way overkill for 1080p. Let's see what it lets me do here. Now, I would have thought this is supposed to be sRGB plus like 125%. So why I'm only being allowed to select an 8-bit color depth, I don't quite know. Let me try some things here. No, that's sort of strange. Maybe there's something on that disc after all, I don't know. I thought that would have looked a little better than that, or given me a better option anyway. Just kind of want to get an idea of how things look on here. I think this is my agony video I did from a little bit ago. It does look pretty good on here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. That's what I really need to do, is load up an actual game in one moment, and I'll do that. So I found the menu for it. You got to kind of fool around with the button on the back. The power button basically controls all this functionality, but you've got like your various settings, picture mode. Looks like you've got some different options in here. High brightness, frame per second RTS. RPG. Oh, sRGB. Let's do that. That's what I was thinking of. And we've got our refresh rate. I want to change the black equalizer out to max. Response time is already set to maximum. Low input lag is on. Let's save those settings. Alright. Let's see. I'll up the sharpness a little bit more because I had it up there, I thought. And I don't think there's anything else that really needs to be messed with. So, it might have improved the image quality a little bit. Seems like there's a little bit of a rippling effect now on my recording, so hopefully that's not showing up too badly for you guys. Let me go ahead and load up Steam now, like I was going to do a minute ago before I found the menu. Or I could try like Witcher 3, I guess. Whatever. We'll just load some up here. Got that buttery smooth 144 hertz refresh rate. The recording probably isn't going to display that too well because this is a 4K 30 hertz recording with my phone, so sorry. Let's what should I load up? Let's see if this loads without a problem. I don't think I have the audio on. Let me turn that on. Well, it says it's doing a first time setup. I don't know what it is, but sometimes when I go from like one monitor to another, like it makes games not want to work. So hopefully that won't be the case here. I'm also going to try NVIDIA DSR on this thing to crank up the... see, it won't launch. I don't know why it does that. See, I changed the resolution and the game just won't work anymore. Let's see if I can change it. It's still only giving me the 8-bit option. I think that's kind of weird. Restart that. Still only 8-bit. That is strange. I guess I'll load up the forest. Something that should load without a problem. I told that I'd show that again. Very weird only playing in 1080p. I'm not used to this. Let's see. Oh, it's loading up a reshoot. That's why it's freezing. Alright, there it goes. Not gonna really be able to play the game with one hand, but you know. Wow. I don't know how well it's coming across from you guys, but really, this looks pretty freaking nice on here. And again, I know that this is not recording at 144 hertz, obviously. My phone at 4K is limited. Only 30 hertz. I could have done a 1080p 60 hertz. That might have been better for capturing like the smoothness of this. But you can see the frame rate sitting at 100 high hundreds. Well, 130, 150, 128 pretty much. And this is max settings at 1080p. I really should try out DSR. But I'm going to pause again and maybe load up a movie or something, see how that looks. So this is The Conjuring 2. I'm not going to play this very long because I don't want a copyright strike against me. In fact, I'll just pause it because I don't want any trouble. But you can see, maybe you can see, maybe you can't, but the color reproduction on this looks pretty freaking nice. I swear, like I said, this is only a 1080p screen, but obviously the movie is only running at 1080p also. In fact, it's probably a little bit less than that. And for this screen, it looks pretty freaking impressive. I'm going to try to hook up my my Xbox One S to it later and try to run the new Final Fantasy 15 on it over HDMI because it should look pretty interesting on that. Let me see. I was gonna enable DSR and see what it will do. And apply that. Alright. And now we should have some DSR options all the way up too. It looks like it can still do 4K at 120 Hz that way. It can't do it apparently at the native 144 Hz. But let's see how that does. Still buttery smooth. Let's see what happens if I load something up. Let's load up that agony demo. I don't actually know if this runs at your native resolution. I don't think there's a lot of options. Oh wait, that's right. That's right. Hold on. Yeah, it's running at the 4K. But now I got 4K 120 Hz. Oops. Damn it, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. I forgot. This monitor also came with a code for a free copy of Watch Dogs 2, so I gotta download that today. So that'll be great. Well, I know this hasn't been much of a review yet. All I can tell you is that I know that you're watching it on YouTube and it doesn't probably look as amazing as it does in real life. And yeah, it's not real 4K, so there's that. You know, it could be. Well, hold on a second. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay, there's a different option. So I can do the 4K at 144 Hz. Very cool. I can't really tell the difference between 120 and 144 by looking at it anyway, but I'm sure some people would claim that they could. But this is kind of a best of both worlds situation. You've got the quantum dot panel with the extremely nice blacks, like the super deep black for backgrounds, and creates nice contrast. That's working now, I think. Yeah, this now looks closer to 4K. You know, with DSR like this, here you go. You know, I'm gonna try to load up GTA 5 one more time now. 4K available again and see if it works again. I swear, like this is like really bizarre. Every time I change a monitor out, GTA 5 doesn't want to work right. I want to see if it'll load now. And the fact that it's only 24 inches, of course, is a little bit on the low end. What I'm thinking of doing is waiting until the price comes down a little bit. The retail on this was $359 on Amazon, and I think it was actually on sale because I knew it gets $400. That still won't load. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, sorry about that. I wanted to show that, but it isn't working. But like I say, the retail on Amazon is $359. You can get free shipping if you have Prime, which I do. So, but I did have to pay a little bit because I got it overnight on a Saturday delivery. So that kind of they still charge you for that. It was like $20 to ship it though overnight, so that wasn't that bad. And so altogether, it was still about $400 after taxes. But I would like to get two more and put them in surround. But I don't know how well I'd like that. Like I said, these are curved, and so it might be kind of interesting to do in regular landscape mode. But that's, to me, has always been too wide, and so I'd probably do it in portrait mode. But then, like I say, they're curved, so like the curve would go from like a, you know, from here like this, and I don't know how well like that would screw with viewing angles or make it more difficult to look at. But I have an OLED panel on my laptop, my Alienware. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea to boot that up real quick, and I can kind of do a side-by-side here. 1 second, and I will do that. Alright, I mean, this one's pretty glossy, so you can kind of see me in it. I don't know how well you can tell the difference. Like I said, this one's glossy, this one is not. It's matte, so there's that difference. Let me see if I can get a true black background. I don't know. I don't really have anything like that on this computer to really give a good black background. The same one would be nice. Let me see if there's a... just looking for something similar to the one we're looking at here. Yeah, that's a nice black background, and then I can set this as my background. Okay, well, yeah, actually, I would say that the deepness of the black of this is pretty much in parity or really close to the OLED. Granted, again, like the Alienware is a 60 Hertz QHD 13-inch panel, so at 13 inches the pixel density is quite high for QHD. And then over here we of course got a 24-inch 1080p panel at 144 Hertz, so you've got a pretty big difference in pixel density going on. But I would say that's about the same blackness level, or maybe 95% of. And again, I'm sorry for the glossiness. It's reflecting things in here. It's hard to tell with a recording. It's installing a driver. Don't mind it. But anyways, I would say that Quantum Dot, I'd give it probably 95%, if not better, parity with OLED. That's just from a kind of a cursory glance, of course, but I really like the way it looks. Like I said, the refresh rate on this being another nice bonus at 144 Hertz. It supports AMD FreeSync also, but obviously I use GTX 1080s and SLI. I do have, I got it last night in a trade, I have an RX 470 4GB card in my Alienware graphics amplifier, so I could hook that up straight to this monitor, and to test out FreeSync, and so I may do that in a later video just to see how that works. But I appreciate people watching. If anybody wants any more information about this monitor, feel free to leave a comment in the section below, or you can send me a private message on here, and I will be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. If anybody wants me to run any specific tests or benchmarks, please go ahead and let me know about that, and I will do my best to take advantage of that. But I appreciate everybody watching. Please click like and or subscribe, and I will go ahead and make more videos as soon as possible. Thanks and have a great day. Goodbye.